Can we make coffee to the level of the finest wines? So basically, the idea had to do with throwing out everything that traditional coffee producers concern themselves with and replacing that with looking at coffee completely from the prism of the cup. I had a background in tropical agriculture and was looking to do some sort of agriculture in the tropics in the country that I fell in love with, Panama. When coffee came on the scene with the geisha, etc., and I happened to be here, and I realized that that's when I wanted to focus the direction completely towards coffee and approaching it from this completely new angle, having to do with how it's grown, the terroir. You can't get the same flavors when there's chemicals being sprayed in the soil and on the coffee trees themselves. The longboard experiment began, and I call it an experiment because it was a crazy idea, and it was very unclear if people would accept and appreciate what we're doing. And thankfully now, after 20 years, the answer is a resounding yes. An organic biodynamic coffee, a wild dynamic coffee like longboard, really makes you feel wonderful. And it's something that I think is very conducive to an outdoor adventure type lifestyle. So much like wine is enjoyable in the afternoon and in social settings and around food, and it augments that experience, I think wonderful coffees, something that can be done before you practice your favorite sport or hobby. And it also augments the experience, much like a fine wine will augment the experience that people are having around food and social gatherings. And I like to say at Longboard, great coffees are ones that bring people together and conversation gets good. But then there's some coffees that actually stop the conversation and the coffee becomes the conversation. And that's what we strive to produce at Longboard, are coffees that become the conversation.